Hello, everyone. Welcome to Wednesday night, our finale of our Souls of Wrath Daggerheart story arc. Just so you guys are aware, tonight there's a few folks on the stream that might have some things going on with their characters. We'll find out where that goes. And more than one of us are probably going on very little sleep, and so maybe cut us a little bit of slack if things go off the rails. Who knows what will happen, but thank you so much for being here, everyone. Thank you so much to, of course, to my players. You guys are amazing for taking part in this this little journey of adventure in the realm of wrath that we are doing tonight. We are, of course, playing Daggerheart. If you have not lived under a rock for the past 6 months, you are probably aware of Daggerheart. I hope that you are anyway. It's a really interesting, fun system. You should definitely check it out. Specifically, our game is utilizing a customized campaign frame that I and a friend of mine created called The Withering. Hey, Moxie Blue. We are excited for the finale as well. The Withering as a custom campaign frame is derived, it has a little bit of inspiration from some of the existing material in Daggerheart already, but is fairly unique, or at least I hope it is anyway. And yeah, it might end up getting published here in the near future. We shall see. We shall see. I have a lovely group of players. As I mentioned, we will get to those individuals in just a few moments. Before we get started, though, I must give a shout out to Tabletop Audio for the music and ambiance for tonight. I do hope that's actually, yeah, I think it's playing. Tim over at Tabletop Audio makes some amazing music tracks, scores, complete with ambiance and all kinds of potential for your games, whether they be virtual, in-person, streamed, or otherwise. You should definitely check out tabletopaudio.com. You can also check out their Patreon. I've been a patron of theirs for going on 4 years now. They're amazing. Thousands of tracks of music available to patrons. It's pretty impressive, to be honest. What else? What else am I doing tonight? Oh, I should probably shout out Shay Peku. If you're not familiar with Shay and Peku, they're some pretty amazing artists. They do awesome maps for them. That's what they're known for, is maps. I personally love their scenes that they do. The bumper of stuff here that you've seen for many of my games involves some of their scene artistry. It's just amazing stuff. You should definitely check out Shay Peku. And of course, must give a huge shout out to our mods, best mods in the universe, Raven, Sarah Knight, and Varl B. Gem. Raven is probably not going to be joining us tonight. They've got some other stuff going on. Varl will be with us soon, I'm sure. But when you see them in chat, please give them lots and lots of hugs, because they deserve it. If you are interested in participating in tonight's game, you can do so with the contribution of bits. For a couple hundred bits, you can pick a player and you can give them a dream mote. Those motes they can then use in the game to counteract disadvantages in the game, and if they can use multiples to gain some hope when they need it. And that may not sound like much. Oh no, I'm getting rid of it. No, they get disadvantage a lot in this particular game. So it is extremely useful. And last but not least, my players, why don't you all take a moment here and introduce yourselves, tell us a little bit about yourselves and who you are playing tonight, and we will kick things off with you, Zach.
Hi everybody, I'm Zachary Vaudo, all over the internet as Sneakernet or Sneakernet Music. Here tonight though, I am playing your Slyborn Emberkin Syndicate Rogue, Yuri Lightburn, who is perplexed is a word for it right now.
That's a word for sure. Who would you like to kick it over to?
Tot.
Hello, I I am Tatiana, whichever you prefer. Tonight I am playing Malia of the Hollowed Crag, a Wanderborn Qatari warlock who is ascribed to the Pact of the Wrathful. So she thinks. So she thought. She is currently dealing with a dislocated shoulder and is quite out of breath. Why don't we pass it to the one who dislocated her shoulder?
Do that.
Yeah, so hi everyone. I'm Aya. I will be playing Antar. He is a warborn Infernus warrior, Call of the Brave. And he mayhaps have dislocated a shoulder on accident. Sorry. And then Danny.
That sorry did not feel very heartfelt. I'm just saying.
Sorry.
Sorry, not sorry.
Sorry.
Danny.
Hey guys, I'm Danny. I go by CGNB online, and I'm playing Ropo of Blackbriar, the fungal wildborn juggernaut brawler, who just Miko and or Zach like to beat up in this campaign, so that's a good time. And I discovered something last time, and I can't wait for the rest of the party to get in here and tell me what it is, because I'm concerned it could be many scary things. So we'll find out together.
That concern is valid.
Yeah.
And I don't enjoy beating up you at all. I mean, Ropo's just a cute little guy.
That's
Ropo's
wild.
just a little guy.
He is a cute little guy that gets stabbed by clouds of knives because Yuri's all like, oh, look, let me defend you, and then stab you a little bit. It's fine.
In my defense, Angie.
Oh, of course. Just a little Angie. I get it.
Just a little
You're
Angie.
forgiven.
Thank you so much, everyone. And we are all angry, actually, in this particular game because we are playing Souls of Wrath. We exist in the realm of wrath in this withered world. This world that has been dominated by sin lords, individuals that have taken over and corrupted the world with their various sin. The link seems to be broken. Danny, did that mess up your link?
Yeah, it looks like the G is missing in there. CG Danny B.
Oh, crap.
You got it, guys. Throw a G in there. You good.
I will try to fix that in a bit. So, picking up where we left off, as Danny did hint, there was a situation that existed in this realm of Morvain Kroll, this realm of wrath that these characters have known, the only thing they have known for the entirety of their lives, until they became awakened. When they became awakened, they were exposed to an experience, or multiple experiences, as it were, from a time before, a time that existed before the current withered world. And as they have delved through those experiences, as they have become further awakened by these memories of past lives, they have, in no uncertain terms, discovered that this world is not what it should be. This world is a lie in so many ways, and they have fought more strongly than at any point in their wrathful lives. In that fight, in that struggle, in that difficulty that they have endured, they have had to try to figure out what it means to survive in this place, and in doing so, try to plot a course, try to figure out a direction that they can go. And they had started to try to figure that out when some events kind of got in the way of that. In our last session, Morvain Kroll erupted in rage, not the controlled and defined wrath of the realm that the Scourge Tyrant enforces upon the people that live within it. No, this was chaos. This was destruction of by and because of the people that exist in this realm of wrath, in this place, this world. Caught up in the midst of all of that chaos, these individuals sought shelter, and trying to escape from that chaos, one of them noticed an opening in the wall, an opening that had not existed before, something they had never seen previous. A darkened hall in which they ventured to escape. That struggle to actually get there, I believe, is what resulted in the aforementioned dislocated shoulder that Malia currently has, but regardless, they did barely, if not barely, manage to escape from the chaos that is currently occupying all of Morvain Kroll and venture down this darkened, crag-like expanse in some portion of the walls of this horrifically tall city. And Ropo, leading the way for that, reached the end of that causeway first, whereupon Ropo discovered a vast cathedral-like room, immense in size, dominated by quite a number of pillars made of some kind of strange marble stone. But it wasn't the strange stone that bothered Ropo the most. No, it was the things floating through some unseen magic on the tops of those pillars. Immensely large organs, heart, kidney, a brain, a pair of lungs, even, all floating magically in that space, on each separated on their own pillar. And then he saw a heart beat. And that beating heart shook him even more than just the sight. As the rest of you are barreling down this hallway, before we get to Ropo and that experience, I am curious if any of you have anything particular that you want to do or say before your arrival in the chamber where Ropo is.
I just want to take one narrative liberty. As it was stated that when the volcano erupted, Yuri put himself between Ropo and the lava, which caused his new corruption scar, but it was also stated that his clothing was burned off. So in the interest of not doing the remainder of this campaign butt naked, I'd like to have grabbed something off of one of the many fighting clanks, just like fabric robe, and just throw it over
Sure.
on my way in. Just wanted to account for that.
Sure. Completely understand.
I imagine there's like we get through and we get into this hole, and there's this like brief moment of respite as we continue to follow after Ropo, where Anthar is still holding on to Malia's arm, and Malia's like, let go, let go, let go, let go, let go, let go. Ah.
And Antar's like, oh, sorry, that doesn't look right.
You just... With how many fights you've been in, I'd be surprised and deeply disappointed if you don't know how to put a shoulder back into place.
Well, yes, but it's usually my shoulder, not someone else's shoulder.
Well, just stand behind me and it'll feel the same way. Just...
Oh, okay. All right. All right. 1, 2, and immediately goes for it before the 3.
Yeah.
Go ahead and make a strength reaction roll for me, Todd.
Okie dokie. I'm so good at strength. Let me double check. Okay.
Sure, you're amazing at it. No?
I'm sure not, but it's fine. It's okay.
Totally fine.
It's totally fine. What? That's a 16 with hope.
Okay. So it's a reaction roll, so you don't gain hope, but that is a success, which means that Malia is able to keep it together and like not black out from the pain, but it is immensely painful.
There, good as new.
Uh-huh. Thank you, by the way, for getting me out of there.
For dislocating it or fixing
First,
it?
saving my life.
Right,
with the-
right.
The dislocation was a natural consequence, I suppose.
We should probably get going.
Yeah, right, I'm right behind you.
So before the rest of everyone else arrives at this room, Danny, is there anything that Ropo does in this cathedral-like space?
For my sake, can you build the scene again? So we said large organs. Compared to Ropo, are we talking like a regular human-sized heart is up here in the air?
No, it's the heart itself is the size of Ropo.
Okay. Yeah, it's a big heart. And then as far as elevation, like am I like head cocked straight up to see it? Is it kind
Head cocked straight up.
Okay.
Yeah. And there's like a dozen of them in this room.
Okay. And I can make out enough like what each thing is as I'm looking at them? Are they like far enough away that I'm...
So like you can think of this room as like about 60 foot in diameter. It's circular, right? Or 60 foot in diameter, and probably I don't even think you can actually see the ceiling of it, because that's going to be obfuscated by just light. The entire room is filled with ominous red light, but it's not ominous for you necessarily, because it's the same kind of light that you have lived with your entire life. It is the light of Morvain Kroll. It is that lava-like experience that Ropo knows. Now, Ropo knows it, but Vaughn could still be intimidated by it, because that experience is not something that Vaughn would be able to comprehend by anything other than the malicious nature of it all. The pillars themselves are also pushed out to the walls.
Okay. Very surrounding. Okay.
Cool. And for what it's worth, this opening that you are standing in, this rip in the stonework of Morvain Kroll, does not look like it's supposed to be here. You're coming out like you're not coming out in a natural spot of the room where an entrance would be expected.
This crumbled or became exposed in the middle of the...
Correct.
Presumably, cool.
Yeah. And for what it's worth, you do not see any kind of entrance or exit other than what you are currently occupying with your tiny, tiny body.
Tiny, tiny body. Great. I think prior to this, before we had our grand moment from last session when our corruption was a little bit higher, I think Vaughn would have a lot more perspective on this and potentially have a little more, maybe in less control over the emotions that Ropo's feeling right now. But I think Ropo's in a more balanced spot than he was last session. I think he is still enamored by what he is seeing, which is just a big room of organs and light, and that's not something you see every day. But I think he is well aware that currently we're still trying to escape flowing lava through the streets. So I think the first impulse is to check the tunnel and see that everybody is still following him on the way in, but also checking out which organs are where, and seeing if there's any other weaknesses along with what broke in the wall, if these pillars are going to be able to go down easily. Okay.
So I'll have you do a check for me in a moment, but it is worth mentioning that as Ropo looks over his shoulder looking for his friends, all he sees is a dark hallway.
Okay.
Because there's like the illumination from this room only extends partway down that hall, and whatever backlit, like you would have expected to see like a backlit opening at the far end,
But nothing.
and that's gone.
Okay.
Point of order,
Yeah.
Miko. I'm on fire. As an Emberkin?
You are on fire, but your fire is not necessarily so voluminously bright that the darkness of this space can't
Got it.
snuff it for Ropo. Like
Totally
you're
fair.
illuminating around you and your friends, but for Ropo from this perspective, he can't see you.
It's so dark he can't see a glow even coming up just yet.
Right.
Got it.
So Ropo, go ahead and roll for me we'll call this a knowledge roll.
Okay, cool. Then I'm going to use one of my dream modes to get rid of that disadvantage, correct?
If you would like to use a dream mode to do
Yes.
that, you absolutely can.
So I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, I encourage you guys to use these. I've posted in the Twitch chat what everyone's numbers currently are, and several of you have quite a few. So
Cool. That is a 5 with fear.
that's a 5 with fear.
Yep. I think Ropo looks down this hallway and is like, Yuri, Antar, Malia, guys, and is like kind of gripping the edge of this doorway, and it's just unknowingly kind of just starting to crush the rubble that's around it as he's just seeing nobody is with him, and is just staring into this darkness, waiting for some figurative light of hope to come through and see somebody that he knows.
As Ropo calls out, it is important to note that you all running down or moving down this corridor, I don't know how fast you're going, but as you are moving down this corridor, you can hear him and you all still see a light ahead of you. But if anyone were to glance over their shoulder, they would also see that it's complete black over their shoulder. Would any of you call out to Ropo, letting him know?
Probably, honestly.
Okay.
I think in order it was Ropo and then Yuri and then Antar and Malia.
Okay.
So yeah, just putting getting this robe on and just go, we're coming, damn it. What is
So-
it? What's up there? What's up ahead?
That you have to yell that, right?
I will.
And so as
I'm
you
just not
yell
gonna
that
do it
and it echoes down the corridor, Ropo, you are able to hear it. And you breathe that sigh of relief. But the moment that you do, the moment that you exhale, you hear an inhale echo through the room behind you.
Yes.
You
I
turn and look, and you see the lungs are now animated as well. And they have just breathed in deeply. And as they do, for what it's worth, they don't necessarily look like human lungs, right? They are bulbous and kind of grotesque. And as they breathe in, they grow to probably twice their size. And you need to mark a stress
God.
for your
Just leave my
failure.
little guy alone. I imagine he opens his mouth to yell back to Yuri and start explaining what he's seeing before hearing that. Just snapping around and seeing this lung start to expand. Or I guess both lungs. I'm assuming they're on separate sides of this hall, so maybe like one directly above him and one behind him, and they're just both expanding at the same time.
They are now.
Oh, great, cool. I love that for me. And I think if
I love
anything-
it when my players actually make things so much worse. Just saying.
Oh, Robo, I'm so sorry, buddy. I love you to death. I feel like he's prepared to yell back, and that sudden shock of organs moving again puts him in a space of like, I'm afraid to yell, knowing that whatever communication that we just had started the livelihood of things in here, or at least initiated something. So I think he would try to as hushly yell back to Yuri, just like, guys, I don't know what's happening in here, but there's body parts and things are loud I was so scared over here.
What?
You can hear that, but it's echoed. So
Yeah,
it kind of overlaps, yeah, which
Right,
probably makes it even worse.
Yeah, which is hence just yelling back, what?
Yeah.
I just hurry up and get over here. I can't even see you. It's really dark inside.
I can't hear you. I'll be right over there.
Okay. I think Rope will just like tuck that out and kind of lean against the wall and just keep watching. I guess the lungs just progressively going. Was it like one inhale and stop?
It was like one inhale and stop.
Okay.
Like an
I think he's
inhale
watching
and
me go
holding
again.
it. Yeah.
Okay. Ooh, yeah.
Call back
And-
behind me to
and
Malia
so
and
I
Antar.
will give you
Letting-
for free without having to roll anything. The heartbeat is very, very, very infrequent. Like it's
Okay.
thump, and then dead silent.
Like the way
For like a
a
minute.
big animal's heartbeat is slow.
Yes.
Yeah.
Love that for us.
But yeah, I'll call back to Malia and Antar. Like, Rope has found something up ahead.
All right.
What has he found?
I can't understand him. We'll see when we get up there.
You guys are so loud. Stop yelling.
What?
What?
Can you hear him? I can't hear him. What is he saying?
I don't know.
Can't tell. He's mumbling.
Oh my God! Would you guys please stop yelling for a second?
You're the one who's yelling.
I was trying not to.
I'd pick up speed at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mostly annoyed.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell?
So you guys pick up speed. Danny, would you describe your current state to your friends as they arrive in this space before they can really comprehend everything that's going on? They see you first.
Yeah, I imagine if they could have seen me, they would have seen like the red light kind of escaping past the mushroom cap before it just disappeared around the corner. Now they just see the red light. Once they passed through, I'm assuming prepared for like, what is happening to Ropo? What's going on?
Uh-huh.
He's kind of just leaned against, just right outside this doorway, just kind of hands on his chest, looking up. One balled up in a fist, and the other one kind of like holding over his heart, looking up and trying to keep pace of his own heart rate as he's watching this huge heart slowly, like there's no match at all. He's like, that's so weird. Guys, I don't know
What?
what's happening here.
What are you? And I imagine we see the everything.
Yes.
Oh my god.
It's weird, right? And when I called to you, that one started breathing, and then so did that one, and the lungs went, and then they stopped. But then the heart was beating, but like not often, like it should, and I don't know what's happening.
As you say that, the lungs exhale.
Don't see. I don't know if it can hear us, but it's not every time we talk, but sometimes.
Is this Morven Crow?
Yes, we are in Morven Crawl. Yes.
Well, like, are we literally inside of the entity that is?
The god, you mean?
Yes. Mountains don't typically have organs, is what I'm getting at.
I don't believe so. No.
And I know that's a bit of a jump here, but well, we were going to the heart of everything, and we've quite literally gone to the heart of it. So I'm making a bit of a leap here.
This feels too easy. If it is the Scourge Tyrant's organs, for it to be exposed like this, easy to kill.
Well, I don't think it is exposed like this. This looks like an accident. There's no other doors or anything. Like this looks like where we came in is the only way in and out. And maybe dumb luck, but we're in here now.
Should we test it out? Antar kind of like picks up his broadsword.
Let's not jump to it just quite yet.
It's right there.
We don't know
What
what
happens-
it is.
What happens when you stab something large?
It bleeds.
And then
It bleeds some more.
keep going beyond the bleeding.
I don't know. People cheer. I look up and cheer as well. I don't know.
vehicle, somewhere in between those two things, it dies and falls down, and I'd like to not be inside of it when it does that.
Then what do you suggest?
And
I
if it
suggest we
doesn't
figure out
die,
the
it
others.
usually fights back.
Leah, go ahead and make for me a comprehend check. Knowledge check. This is to try to you're the only one here that has the magical experience to be able to try to understand a little bit of the magical nature of what you're discussing in the room itself. And also,
Okay.
just for clarity's sake, in order to actually stab one of these organs, you would have to climb a pillar.
Antar would do
They're
it.
that
Oh
far.
yeah.
Antar would do that.
Yeah, 100%. I just wanted to make sure it was clear that you're not going to be stabbing the heart on the ground.
Okay. I'm gonna have to stretch
I'm-
first.
I'm curious, Miko, if I
Yes.
might. I'm the one making this knowledge roll, yes? I'm wondering if I might use one of my memory shards.
You absolutely can do that. What would you like to
Here.
create with your memory shard?
This fleeting memory, I think it's a conversation between Aelin and her party, specifically talking about these entities that had arisen that we had decided to fight. What did we know about them? Were they so tangible that they could be killed in this way? It's a lot of back and forth, a lot of uncertainty, but in there's something. And I want to use that to give me a +2 to
Yeah.
my roll here.
Totally.
Okay, that is a 13 with hope.
Okay, so it is with hope, so you gain a hope. It is a failure, unfortunately, for the difficulty that was set. But because you rolled with hope, I will tell you that you do not feel as though you have been transversed by any kind of magic. You are still within Morvain Kroll.
Okay.
There's an instinct to Morvain Kroll. There's a feeling by being within the domain of the Scourge Tyrant that is unshaken unless you depart the walls, and you are still within the walls of Morvain Kroll. You don't believe that you have relocated inside of another entity or anything like that. This
Okay.
space does feel like a sacred space, though.
Like a sanctuary, one might say?
For the Scourge Tyrant.
Okay. I don't know if this is the god, but this is a place of deep meaning to him. It's still here, it's still Morvain Kroll. We haven't been moved. Loco's right, we've stumbled across something. But I'm not much one for climbing.
So, are we just going to stand here?
No. No, we're going to figure out what the meaning of this is so that we can actually make an informed decision on what we're doing.
It's like a temple.
That's breathing.
Mm-hmm.
Nico,
Yes, sir.
looking around, you've mentioned a handful of organs. Yuri would like to continue to see just how many there are, and I will go ahead and fast forward you to I'm looking for a brain.
There are multiple brains.
Fun.
There are also multiple hearts.
Ugh, which,
as I had said, there's 12
will...
different organs here.
Mm-hmm.
And so in that context, if you would like, you can make your own knowledge roll. This is as it relates to organs and anatomy, things like that.
All right.
Most people don't have 3 brains.
Knowledge is a disadvantage for me, so I'd like to spend one of my motes to counteract that.
Okay. And this is something that potentially, if someone has the hope they would like to spend, they could offer assistance to Yuri.
Is that just the one hope cost?
Yep. You spend a hope, you roll a d6, and Zach gets to add that d6 to his roll.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay.
Let's see here. +4 for you, Zach.
That turns it into a 19 with hope.
Excellent. So gain a hope. There's a certain quality to each of these organs that makes them differentiating. With the exception of the lungs that Ropo pointed out, where it's a pair of lungs that have been separated from each other, to the point that they are separated in such a way that they are the furthest they could possibly be from each other, which feels purposeful. Each of the organs, though, has variations. Like the hearts are not identical. They're not the same. One of them has 6 chambers instead of 4. One of the brains is actually elongated like twice as long as it should be wide. And each of these traits that you're kind of observing from these organs tells you that this is probably 10 or 11 different creatures worth of organ.
So 10 or 11 different creatures across a dozen organs. And if I may push that observation and analysis a little bit further, do they all seem to be connected by a unifying system? Vein, circulatory, nervous, etc. Or they just magically stand alone?
They're magically standalone, but there are some aspects dangling off of some of them, particularly the hearts, that imply similarity. Like there's some veins and such that are coming off of each of the hearts that systematically are, the same.
When I say that, I don't mean similarity. I mean, are they quite literally connected to one another as to form a system?
No.
Okay.
They are isolated from each other, very, very purposefully isolated from each other.
Then I will make a point to communicate this back to the group in the form of, I don't think stabbing that heart is necessarily going to do the trick. There's quite a few of them, and quite a few brains and other organs. Nearly a dozen individual ones, and they don't match.
GM, I used to tithe with trophies I collected. Does this feel similar to that to me?
Yes. As a matter of fact, I'm certain that there has been some ritual somewhere in which Malia claimed a finger from someone that she defeated in contests of strength or, combat, and that was part of her tithe. And it feels very much like that.
No, I suspect stabbing any of these would do very little against the god. I believe these are trophies of the god's conquests.
And he only has 12?
They're pretty big.
Yeah. Bigger than yours.
But it's still 12. Why 12?
And, well, really 11. The lungs are the same
Yes.
set. Everything else is it doesn't seem like they all come from the same creature.
Why are they here? If these are trophies, surely they must be of some importance, yes?
Yes, but it's personal importance. This is personal. This is not something that you display for some sort of glory. You are a god. You have all the glory you need. This is where you go when you need to be assured of your strength and power because you defeated these, whatever these were.
And they're locked away in what was, I imagine, to be considered the safest place they could be, an active volcano.
Yes, but they're still alive in a way, aren't they?
They are. I'm making more mental jumps here. We have these memories of what came before.
Yes.
And then what came before changed. Which means that somebody like the Scourge Tyrant had to take over. Do we think that this is the result of what it had to cut through to take over? Or do we think this is something more recreational?
Like old gods.
They're giant, aren't they?
I mean, it could be both, right? Just a little bit of fun, a little bit of power.
Look, I'm not exactly a scholar here. I'm throwing things out left and right, hoping that something sticks, but eventually we're going to whittle down all of the bullshit that I'm going through and find out where we're standing and what we're standing around.
Yeah.
No, but you make an excellent point. If whatever time passed, we know that there were gods. They must have gone somewhere. If the Scourge Tyrant and the others of his ilk killed the old gods and kept them in places like this.
So you're telling me those are dead gods?
Do we want to find out?
Do you want to start climbing?
I don't need to climb to find out.
I'll find. Yeah, I'd like to find out.
I can only imagine what you have in mind.
That's exactly what I have in mind. That is what I'm aiming for. And I'd like to look at one of the brains. And since I'm seeing that a handful of these organs seem to still be functioning, I sure am hoping this one is. I'd like to cast Thought Delver, or use Thought Delver as a spell.
Eddie, what do you have to do in order to use it? Does it require you to roll anything?
So it says, spend a hope to read the vague surface thoughts, make a spellcast roll against the target to delve for deeper, more hidden thoughts. I don't know if that means I have to do both of those things, or just one or the
you
other.
You can start with one.
Okay. We'll spend a hope to read the vague surface thoughts.
The vague surface thoughts of this particular brain that you're focusing on is grief. You feel an overwhelming sensation of grief. It's actually so overwhelming, in fact, I need for you to make a presence reaction roll.
That one I can do pretty decently. $15 with hope.
That is a failure.
Okay.
I'm going to allow you to maintain the connection, just
Okay.
because there's no real consequences here of significance. You did fail, but it was with hope, so you do not gain a point of corruption. However, I would like for you, Zach, to describe for us what it would be like for Yuri to touch the mind of a god that was overwhelmed by a mortal emotion so strong that no mortal could comprehend it.
Yuri is having trouble grasping the mind that is currently occupying his own mind, that literal angel on his shoulder. this notion of an awakened mind, which is just another person, has been difficult for him to fathom. And that experience that we had prior, where we got to see this, was jarring enough. So I think that, hit with the grief, the three of you will see Yuri straight drop onto his knees, still keeping rigid and focused on the brain. You see, if those of you standing behind see mist steam off of the face as tears hit burning skin, as Yuri becomes consumed in totality, not just by an emotion of immense size, but by an emotion that he has not gotten to experience in this world that we live in. None of us, I believe, have quite experienced this. So this is not just the emotion of a god. This is an unknown emotion. And suddenly it is Yuri's entire world.
Given that context, your next roll that you make, your fear die will be rolled as a d20.
Sounds great.
Increases your chance of success
With fear.
with potential consequence.
And in spite of all of that, Yuri, maybe it is not in spite of, but because of that, because of this exposure to something wholly new and indescribable, Yuri has to delve deeper. And so
Before Yuri does that, I'm going to give Aya, Tot, and Danny an opportunity to interject and take the spotlight for a moment and do something in response.
Absolutely.
Yes. Response could just be standing there in shock and horror, but does anyone wish to do anything about it?
I think Antar would be obviously very shocked at seeing this sudden burst of whatever is happening, and just kind of like look towards his other comrades and just go, what is going on? Is he alright? Yuri? And potentially like reach out towards him.
Wait.
What do you mean wait? What's wrong with him? What is wrong?
I don't know. I don't think we should interfere.
Do you see the state that Yuri is in?
Yes, I do, but I think he needs to do this.
Do what?
Feel it.
Ropo, come on. You're with me on this, yes? We have to help Yuri.
I think Ropo looks up at Yuri and sees the state that he's in and would also go to reach out to stop Yuri, but thinks about everything else that he's seen Yuri do in the last 24 to 48 hours, changing his physical form, thinking about the dreams they've seen, and look over at Malia and be like, yeah, Yuri's weird. I think he needs to do that, whatever it is.
Have faith. Can I spend a hope to help Yuria?
I'll allow that. And so Danny, as Ropo is like making that gesture and kind of taking that in with his words, Zach, you can go ahead and make the roll and add whatever Tot says. You look up towards the brain that Yuri is focused on, and you actually see a sliver of almost like an arc of lightning ripple across the surface of the gray nodule matters of the brain.
I think the brain's thinking. It's sparking and stuff.
Zach, what did you get?
35 with fear. Thank you so much for giving me a d20. This is incredible. I'd like to point out that it's one of the things it says is on a roll with fear, the target might, at the GM's discretion, become aware that you are reading their thoughts. I have zero idea what that would entail.
Oh,
Okay. I will take the fear.
Here it comes.
Gladly. You will lose a point of hope.
Okay. Can I,
as a portion of your soul is pulled through the connection that you have with the brain?
may I spend 2 of my motes in substitute of the 1 hope that I would be losing, as I would spend 2 to get it back?
Sure, 100%. Yeah, so 2 of the mote's gone. That's fine.
can't get your soul back though. That's crazy.
That's all right. So
all of
roll
you
is-
see
yeah.
Yuri, and actually, Zach, tell me, is this Yuri that gets pulled through, or Uriel? Not all of you, mind you, just a fragment.
So the question, I think the answer to that is going to be dependent on the why of the soul getting pulled through. What feature of this, what factor is the thing that's drawing it in? Because
This
that's going
thing
to determine.
needs life in order. This thing is dying, and it needs life, and it is taking a part of your life to sustain
Then
itself.
I think it's going to be Uriel, since Uriel is actually the Seraph, the healer.
You all see a spectral version of Uriel separate from Yuri's body and get pulled up and out of Yuri painfully, mind you. Pulled and siphoned, almost like being stretched as if he was made of gum, just yanked out of Yuri's form and pulled up towards this brain. As that connection happens, Yuri, in the moments with which you're able to maintain that connection, the grief gets magnified tenfold because you see a vision. A vision of a single entity, or through the eyes of a single entity, looking around at 10 corpses on the ground. You can't really make out the details. You are in too much pain. You can't understand to what extent and who those corpses are. But you know that to the entity whose eyes you are seeing this memory through, those corpses were everything. Standing at the center of this ring of corpses is the Scourge Type, with a massive black blade wreathed in lava flame. Yuri then collapses to the ground. He will be incoherent for a few moments while Antar, Malia, and Ropo decide what they're going to do.
Okay.
This is what you wanted me to wait for. This.
Just give him a moment.
Give him
Malia's
a
going to
moment.
Kneel down. Sort of to turn him over, because I imagine he's just sort of collapsed forward, and Malia's gonna like turn him onto his back.
There's a moment where Malia cannot see Yuri breathing.
Yeah. How quickly does that moment pass?
Not quickly enough.
I think there's like she takes like the heel of her palm and like hits it against Yuri's back. Like right where the burn is.
And that shock brings Yuri back into the present with an enormous, painful inhale of breath.
Sorry.
Yuri, you good?
Does he look good?
He looks gooder than he did 30 seconds ago.
Yuri?
Everything.
For the first time ever, Malia, Yuri is not on fire. And his skin feels cold.
That's not good. Ooh, I don't know if he'd let me do this, GM.
Asking.
Technically, I
Love
haven't
it.
changed my patron's spheres of influence.
Not.
And one of those spheres is burning. So mechanically, I don't know how you'd want me to do this, but I would like to spend a favor to essentially pump Yuri full of my god's magic.
100%. What does that look like as you light Yuri on fire?
Yeah.
Also remember that the source of your favor is not technically the Scourge type.
Yes. And that change is very visible, where Yuri's flames and the flames that would come out of Malia whenever she would cast her magic used to be this angry, bright red. The flames that bleed into Yuri's skin are this bright, like almost bluish purple. They dance over the surface of his skin, enveloping him, essentially. And her hands are just sort of rubbing like a low circle into like the base of his spine.
Dak, how many points of corruption does Yuri have?
Yuri has
So many.
10 points of corruption.
You can reduce that number to 9.
Ooh.
As you describe for us what Yuri's physical response is first, before becoming coherent.
I think for a moment it hurts. Incredibly. To go from extinguished to reignited all of a sudden. And then there's a calmness about him as these wisps of blue fork out from the cracks in his skin. And everything calms itself back down.
Malia looks up at Antar. That's what I was waiting for.
So he changed colors. Is he still okay?
Ask him yourself.
Yuri?
I'm all right.
What happened? Do we need to beat up the brain? Should we do that now?
Do I start climbing now?
No,
Or do I wait?
I'm almost... It was like us. Not us, but who we were. All of them were a group. A united group that were systematically slaughtered by the tyrant. I felt like my heart was being torn from my chest. Not physically, but emotionally. I felt like I lost everything that I could have possibly held dear in my entire life. It was beautiful.
That was beautiful.
I've never felt anything like that before. Have you?
I might be on Antar's side on this one. Are you good? Did your heart ripped out?
Do any of you, besides these flickers from a past, remember anything but hate? Remember anything but anger?
No, not really.
There's more. There's more there. And this one felt it for the worst possible reason, but they felt it. And I felt it. The Scourge Tyrant killed all of them. They died the same way that we died. And like Malia said, these are the trophies. I didn't get enough sense if they were old gods or what they were, but they were a united group, and the Scourge Tyrant had to kill them.
While you were communing with it, we saw something get pulled out of you. Someone.
You feeling whole? Feel like you're missing anything, or?
Well, he looks different, that's for sure.
Well, yeah. It looks good on you, the new color, but
I suppose I leave that to the GM's discretion of if I feel different or lacking or missing in any way.
Arguably, you feel more whole than you have felt since your awakening. You now actually may have an even stronger connection to your awakened memories, as if a barrier that had been holding you back is no longer present.
I don't feel like I'm missing anything. If anything, I feel like I gained more than I ever had.
You're telling me that entire display that made you this was not bad?
Well, she made me this, in all fairness.
Yes, after something was being ripped out of you.
Sometimes you have to go through bad to get to the good.
If it means changing colors, frankly, I'm okay.
I think it always means that.
Unless you'd like me to light you on fire.
It might feel different for you.
No, thank you.
I think Yuri saying something about going through bad to get to good hits Ropo, specifically after going through the mental transformation that he did. And I think he looks up at the brain and without hesitation would start to climb up towards it.
Okay. You don't need to roll anything to make this check. The pillars are not unclimbable. Matter of fact, arguably they're easy compared to other things in this world, in this realm that Ropo has had to deal with. Ropo, you get about halfway up, and the room audibly shudders. You grip tightly against the pillar. Everyone else tries to balance themselves on their feet as the room shakes and quakes for a moment, and then you hear the sound of metal grinding upon stone. And you turn and look back, and materializing in the space out of nothing, more towards the center of the room, an immensely tall figure emerges. Figure humanoid in shape, but unknowable in the core of what makes it a humanoid, as it is covered in blackened iron with a red symbol of the Scourge Tyrant at its chest. Dangling from each of its hands are iron chains that are wreathed in lava-like flame at their core. This figure stands about 12 feet tall, and their armor seems to almost be shaped of pain, suffering. And as they look at you, before you can react, Ropo gets attacked by one of the chains. The figure surges forward as Ropo is clinging tightly, and that is a 27 to hit you. With the chains of judgment, I need for you to make a strength 18 reaction roll.
I was wrong. It is guarded.
Okay. So that is major damage.
No. First, just make your reaction roll. That was that. I haven't done damage yet.
Cool. Got it. That's the hit.
That was to hit you.
Got it.
Is this something that assistance can be granted on?
Not for the reaction roll, no.
Okay.
This is kind of catching all of you off guard as well.
Yeah.
Like if one of you had been climbing up with Ropo, I maybe would have allowed it, but also if you had been climbing up with Ropo, you would have also gotten attacked, so. How'd you do on your strength reaction roll, Ropo?
That is an 11 with hope.
Okay, so that is a failure. It is with hope, so you don't gain a point of corruption. You are restrained as you are yanked off of the pillar. It is 34 points of damage. And you are wrapped up with in the lava chains and yanked to the ground.
Does this mean Ropo's close to me again?
He will be yanked down from the pillar and be close to you after being yanked off of the pillar. So how many hit points does Ropo mark?
3, and that's my health. Ropo's down.
Ropo has no armor?
Nope, Ropo's used all his armor because Ropo gets beaten up.
Oh no!
Okay. Brilliant.
So if an ally within close range takes damage from a target I can see, I can make a retributive spell?
Okay. What is that retributive spell?
Hideous Retribution. On a success, I mark a stress to deal them 6 magic damage.
Oh.
Or a d6 magic damage.
Okay.
A D6.
Yeah. No, you can absolutely go ahead and do that.
Using my proficiency.
You can absolutely go ahead and do that. So, Danny.
Yeah.
Would you like to blaze of glory, avoid death, or risk it all?
And risk it all entails what again?
You roll your duality die. If your hope die is higher, you stay on your feet and you clear hit points or stress equal to the value of the hope die. If your fear die is higher, you cross through the veil of death. If you avoid death, you merely drop unconscious and potentially allowing one of your allies, as the spotlight passes to them, try to intervene on your behalf.
Gamble.
I
Don't.
think I do.
The angel, the devil on your shoulder.
Oh God, this is nerve-wracking. I hate this. Why me?
Well, while you're deciding, I rolled a 16 with fear.
That's a failure.
Fuck.
I will take that fear.
Well.
I guess
Wait. I do have Herald of Death. When I fail an attack roll, I can spend a favor to re-roll it.
If you would like. The difficulty to affect this creature is 18.
Okay. Yeah. So I'll spend
Buying
a
you
favor
time,
to
Danny.
do
We're
it.
buying you time.
We're buying you time, we're buying you time, we're buying you time.
I'm really thinking.
Oh man. Okay. I just have to roll an 18 or higher. That is a 25 with hope.
Okay. So you gain a hope. I do not gain a fear. And you mark 1 hit point, or you cause this creature to mark 1 hit point of damage.
Actually roll 3d6 magic damage.
Right. Even if you rolled maximum, it would only mark 1 hit point.
Ah, okay. Oh no. Oh no. You know what? 1 hit point's not nothing.
So what does this retributive magic look like as Ropo is yanked off of this pillar, slammed to the ground?
It is that sort of like cold realization of like Malia was looking up at Ropo, watching with this sort of like hope and fascination, and then as Ropo reaches up, these chains wrap around him and pull, and they dig into his like little mushroom body and pull him down to the ground. It's like a slam into the concrete, and Malia doesn't even like look. She just turns and fires off magic, and it's like she has been on a hairline trigger for her whole life, and this is just the result of that. Violence has been done onto her friend, and she has returned violence in turn. I like you,
Danny. I see you playing with dice.
I am playing with dice.
All right, Danny, I bought you as much time as I possibly could.
As the violent burst of magic erupts off of this creature's form, it seems unfazed, but you do see like crack appear in its armor, and you do see this red, almost like energy kind of flowing out of it. It's kind of like if you've ever seen in something science fiction where the nuclear reactor gets cracked and there's that, glow of strange energy that comes out of it. It's almost like that. So Danny, are you risking it all? Are you avoiding death?
Before I hit the point of no return? So there was the not all out attack. What was so I could
avoid death? You just go unconscious.
Just straight up, just fall and
you just fall unconscious. You risk it all. You roll your duality dice, or you blaze of glory, and you get to take the spotlight, perform 1 action, and that action is automatically a critical success, but you die instantly after.
I got a physical dice for this. I think I'm going to risk it all.
Go for it, my man.
I hate this. All right, I go with the blue one for my hope and the orange one for my fear.
Okay.
Move, Cuphead, you're in the way. I want to cross the fucking room. Okay. Oh, Jesus. That's scary. Okay. That is a 22 with hope.
Okay. So only the number on the hope die matters.
Okay, so then the 12.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So you get to distribute between your hit points and your stress 12.
Oh, I need a minute.
This is why we gamble, baby! Yeah!
Yes, I hate it here. Okay, so I have 7 health. Yeah, I know. I'm just so stressed out. Okay. Any benefit? So I have 1 stress and 7 HP, so it's only 8. Is there the 4 just kind of dissipates?
Clear it. Yeah. There is no
Cool.
benefit to the overlap, so you just clear it.
I want to go to bed. I'm tired. I don't need me now. Okay.
So you clear all of your marked hit points and stress.
Yep.
It is worth mentioning that you are still restrained.
Okay.
As you are slammed into the ground and you feel death clutch you. What memory comes into Ropo's mind from Vaughn in that moment where it seems to Ropo as if death is finally going to take him?
Oh no. I think as Ropo hits the ground and gets the wind knocked out of him, I think you see his lifeless white eyes turn into the black pearls that are Vaughn's. And you're seeing this first person perspective of Vaughn kind of down on his knees, looking up at Asilla, killing Uriel, as Vaughn is doing everything in his power to try and get up and stop it, and just can't seem to accomplish anything and save his friend, before Asilla would march towards him and look him in the eye. Aya, what do you think Asilla would have said before they killed Vaughn?
I think that Asila would just kind of tilt her head at Vaughn with a really unsettling smirk and say, "You should have left me in those woods. And now I'll leave her body here to rot."
Vaughn would look up at you and say, "In the end, I still forgive you. You'll always be my friend. And I regret nothing." As whatever weapon, sword Asila would have to finish Vaughn would strike into his chest, I think we see this warp of color just kind of phase through as we're seeing those black eyes turn back into Ropo's white, and that breath that just got knocked out of him, for that moment that is just the impact of the ground but feels like minutes as he's watching this flashback, just kind of inhales back into him as he's restrained on the ground. It's like, "Guys, oh my god, what is happening?"
Great. And just so you know, you are being burned to death now.
Oh, great.
So
Love that for me.
the spotlight passes to all of you who would like to take the spotlight. I will nominate one of you if you don't speak up.
I'm trying to decide if I want to hit the person or the chain.
I did my reaction.
Antar is charging full speed ahead at that thing.
Okay. Antar, take the spotlight. What do you do?
After seeing Ropo collapse to the ground, after climbing that, in like a fit of pure rage, he kind of looks towards his other companions and goes, "This is why we shouldn't have waited!" And he just rushes towards that figure with his broadsword out.
Go for it.
and attempt to hit it.
Just roll higher than an 18. You can do it.
A 21 with fear.
Take that fear. You do strike this entity, however. And also, for what it's worth, because Malia has had that perceived connection with the Scourge Tyrant, Malia would understand this is not the Scourge Tyrant. This is an avatar of the Scourge Tyrant for sure.
Yeah.
But it is not the Scourge Tyrant himself.
Okay.
So, just FYI.
Thanks for the heads up.
How much damage does Antar do?
Hold on. $11.
Okay. Marks 1 hit point. Describe for us what this looks like as Antar strikes with their broadsword into this creature.
He's kind of almost tripping over himself with how fast he's trying to get towards this thing, and in an almost like dancer-like way, he does a quick spin to unsheath the broadsword and kind of slice at it.
And as the blade sparks across this thing's armor and tears a segment of the armor viciously, the creature did not even really seem to move in response to the strike. Its arm still extended, holding out the lava chain that is currently wrapped around Ropo. It simply stares down at Antar. Before I actually take the spotlight back, it gets to use its reaction of Defiant. And Antar, you need to make for me also a strength reaction roll.
Is that a strength?
Strength reaction roll as you are about to be flung away from this entity.
Cool. Okay.
GM,
Yes, Zach.
before you take the spotlight back, am I able to do something?
Well, let me conclude the reaction and we'll see.
Sure.
Because this reaction is not me taking the spotlight. This is in response to being attacked.
Okay. I haven't done anything yet, so I want to make sure.
That's a 15 with fear?
Okay, so that is a failure with fear, so you gain a point of corruption.
Okay.
And you are flung away from this entity. Tot and Zach, I need for the two of you to both roll a d12 and tell me the number.
Okay.
7.
Great.
5.
Okay. Malia gets knocked to the ground as Antar collides with Malia.
That's fitting.
It's appropriate. As the two of you are flung to the ground, you also both mark a stress from that, and you are both currently knocked prone. What did you want to try to react with, Zach?
Not react. I hadn't done a thing yet. But since Antar chose to charge towards the creature and I was deciding between the entity or the chains, I was going to try to take my weapon and hit the chain to sever it from Ropo.
You will have to take the spotlight back. So let me conclude my spotlight action and we'll see what happens from there.
Sure thing.
So as Antar is thrown into Malia, and the two of you tumble to the ground, limbs akimbo wrapped into each other, the creature snaps the whip or snaps the chain, and Ropo is flung up and then slammed back into the ground. There is no roll because you are restrained. You take... Finish rolling. Oh, there we go. 24 points of damage coming at you.
I don't like hurting Ropo. It's not fun. We're good. We're chill. We're fine.
I don't know why I'm getting blamed for this.
Hey, look, I said, hey, I want to try to sever the chain. And Miko said, okay, sure. Give me a second first.
Let me
Bam.
beat up Danny quick.
How many hit points do you mark with that, Danny?
2. I marked 2.
Okay. Good thing it wasn't 3, because if it was 3, you would have gained another point of corruption. So yeah, you take that damage, you get slammed to the ground. I will pass the spotlight back to you. Yuri, I assume, would like to take an action?
I would like to, yes. So with that hit, I'm going to charge up my returning blade, taking a stress to ignite it in flame, just because it gives it a bonus damage. It doesn't give like particularly burning damage, it gives bonus damage.
Yeah.
So, just in case I need that. And I want to drive the blade into the chain in an attempt to, again, sever it from Ropo. Obviously he'll still be wrapped up in chain, but he won't be able to get pulled around by it, arguably, hopefully.
Go for it.
All right. $20 with hope.
Okay. So you gain a point of hope. That is a success. Go ahead and roll damage, and let's see if you can deal enough. I will let you know that you will have to beat its threshold of 25.
Okay. Not impossible, because I'm rolling 3d8 plus 3 magical and then 1d6 on top of that. So not impossible, just difficult. $13. $19. $22.
Okay.
And then the d6.
The d6.
27.
Okay. You send your this is a disc, right?
Yes.
Yeah. You send this disc flying through the air. It is wreathed in magic from your ability and slices across the chain. It cuts across the Ropo, narrowly avoiding basically decapitating Ropo as part of this severing of the chain, but it does shatter the links of the chain, and Ropo comes free.
And it just bounces off the ground, off the wall, back into my hand, because returning blade.
Yep. And
Thanks,
so,
Yuri.
as that happens, the spotlight is still yours. You do see, however, the chain starts to reform as Ropo tries to extricate himself from the proximity of the chain. Would highly encourage Danny to take the spotlight next.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think I could do 2 things in a row. So Danny, please.
Sorry, one more time. The chain is currently. What is he trying to do?
Yeah, it's
around me.
It's trying to reform around you. If you don't move to escape it, it has basically been loosened and shattered, and the fragments are trying to come back together because this is a living chain.
Okay. And how far am I away from this avatar?
You are within close range.
Okay. Okay. I haven't used this yet. Ropo is going to get up, and I imagine Yuri is right here next to me. Ropo is going to tuck and roll away from the chains, and use Yuri, whether that's hopping up onto his shoulder, an available knee, or whatever. And I'm going to use boost. So I can mark a stress to boost off a willing ally within close range, fling myself into the air, and perform an aerial attack against a target within far range.
Go for it.
This feels like something we've done before, yeah.
Yeah. So we'll do that. I have advantage on the attack, add a D10 to the damage. Okay, cool. Just read it.
I would very much love to spend a hope to assist, since I am literally assisting whether I say so or not due to this ability. If that's okay with you.
Yeah. Whew, so Danny, you will get the bonus d6, and Zach, you can roll a d6 and add that to Danny's attack roll.
Danny gets 5.
Cool. All right. That is 29.
Hope or
to
fear?
hit. Oh, hold on. I see. I messed this up. I hit the wrong button. I hit this one first. Then I hit this one. My apologies. Fix it. Fix that. That'll be a... I did the damage first. So you do... That one is a 25 with hope.
Okay. So you gain a hope. And go ahead and roll your damage as you fling yourself through the air, and you can tell us what this looks like.
Cool.
Does it count because you already rolled it?
Yeah, so would you like me to re-roll it, or like just take the one I already rolled by accident?
Well, I'm assuming that if you want to take that, you have to you were adding a bonus d6 yourself, and you also added the 5 from Yuri, which does not apply to damage. So
so
I suggest just re-rolling it.
Go re-roll it, and then I have to add 2. Oh, that's so good. Thank you, Miko. And then I did not add the D10 yet for boost.
Okay.
So.
Did you have a question? Oh, I thought I saw you raising it. Oh.
Oh, thanks, D10. That is a 32 damage.
As you slam into this creature, which you can fully describe, it will mark 2 hit points.
Okay.
At the end of your description, though, you should add some amount of fear, as Ropo will see a growing surge of red light in its torso that he is face to face with.
Love that for me. Sweet. Ropo gets up as Yuri is down on his knee, getting Ropo untangled from this. Uses that knee and launches himself up. Does a cool little flip for flare. And as he just winds up, takes one hand and tightens the bands that he has wrapped around his fingers as he flies in, almost impacting with this thing. And that red light just kind of takes over his vision. I think almost if you're looking at Ropo's face, you would see that red kind of start to envelop the sides of his cheeks. And there's a little bit of a tremble before the impact happens as he lays into the chest of this thing and just hears that gong off of the chest plate.
As you slam into the chest plate, it staggers a step back. The first movement that it has done, it staggers a step back. However, in reaction, I will spend 2 fear.
Okay.
And I will use Wrath Unbound. An echoing scream as if every creature this thing has ever slain reverberates from its chest, and the red light blinds Ropo for the moment, just for funsies, and flare. Erupts through the room, and this massive screaming sound just fills the room. I need for all of you, please, to make a presence reaction roll. Oh, and in addition, Danny, since you are within very close range, Ropo is also going to take 16 points of fire damage.
This poor little guy. All right. That'll be 2 more for him. It's all good.
15 with fear.
Wait, you said presence?
Presence reaction roll.
Okay.
13 with hope.
Okay.
14 with hope.
Okay.
12 with hope.
Okay. All of you failed. Todd, I believe you said yours was with fear, so you also gain a point of corruption. Because all of you fail, let's see. So, as these screams fill the room, Danny, a burst of flame actually erupts from around it, and you are engulfed by the flame. So you are blinded and deafened for a moment as all of this. I gain 4 fear, and each of you lose a hope.
Oh, boy.
Oh, good.
As hope is pulled out of you and fuels this entity. You also can see that it seems to physically bolster up and it whips its chains menacingly. It has advantage on its next activation. Technically, the spotlight is still yours. I could steal it, but I'm not going to.
Okay, so it's still ours. I already did a thing, so it's passing over to the other two. That's how this works?
No. Your team has the spotlight. They are currently prone, tangled up on the ground, so
Yeah.
arguably one of them should take the spotlight.
Should, yes.
Do you want it?
That's all you. I got my slice
okay.
in.
Yeah, all right. There's like the oof of Malia getting absolutely bodied by Antar as he gets thrown. They like roll onto the ground. Malia gets like jostled, and when they like finally like settle, before this scream happens, you Antar, you see an expression on her face that seems decidedly unlike an expression Malia would make, but is familiar to you nonetheless. And she says, "We have to stop meeting like this." The scream happens, and I think Malia like shakes back into herself, and like shoves you off, and stands. She's gonna run up to this thing, sort of like these rings, these golden rings around her arms shine, but she doesn't attack yet. Rather, she waits until she gets within close range. She's gonna mark 2 stress and chain this avatar.
Okay. So describe for us what these chains look like, because I know the ability that you're using. There is no roll necessary. What do these chains look like?
It's like from the ground, these spectral chains erupt and wrap up around its body until it gets around its arms where the chains are. And these purple spectral chains sink into its skin. It doesn't seem like it does any damage to it, but it's maybe weakened by this obstruction.
And it doesn't restrain it, correct?
It doesn't restrain it.
Right.
But the target of their attack reduces the number of hit points they mark by 1. So when it deals damage.
Very important. So it is already like, in response to these chains coming up, it is already flailing and moving and trying to break free of them as it focuses its attention upon you. There was no roll necessary for that, so you all still have the spotlight.
Yeah, and very quickly, I want to capitalize on this. If that's right. I did not like that scream. And so
I don't imagine anyone did.
No, and so I'm advancing forward next to Malia and focusing on it. I'm going to spend my last 2 motes in lieu of a hope for this. Should I succeed on this, because I'm going to clap my hands together in its direction and cast Hush.
Okay, go for it.
$22 with hope.
Okay, excellent. You will succeed.
Okay, then I spend that hope, and the target and anything within very, very close range, which we are out of. It says very close range, and Malia said she's getting to close range. She specifically said close range, so I am matching that distance.
Ropo is in very close range.
That's okay for Ropo's skill set, because the suppressive magic makes it silenced, so it can't make noise, but mainly it can't cast spells as well.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So for transparency, that is until I cast Hush again, I take major damage, or you spend a fear on your turn to clear the condition.
Okay.
So Miko got so much fear just now.
Yeah, I'm at 9 right now. So
yeah, I had to be honest with it though.
You are the screams are immediately cut off. As the chains wrap up around from Malia and Yuri, you summon forth this hush over it, clapping your hands together. The entire form of the audible screams are just silenced in response. And it seems confused by this. And I am going to actually spend one of my aforementioned fears, since I have so much, and I'm going to take the spotlight back in response to that. And so, Thought, since you are so close to it, I am going to use my Chains of Judgment on Malia now.
Go for it.
So I have advantage on these. So that is a 26 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
And because you are within close range, I get to do a second attack, which is 21, so that will still hit.
Mm-hmm.
So the first attack, you need to make strength reaction rolls against both of these, by the way.
Okay.
The first attack is only 19 points of damage. I actually rolled low.
Okay. No, I'm not gonna do that. Don't worry about it. My first one is an 11 with fear.
So that's a failure and a point of corruption.
Yeah, that puts me up to 9.
Oh, you gain a sin scar as
I
well.
do.
And how did you resolve the damage that you took?
So that was 19, which would have been 2, but because it's chained, is down to 1. So I mark 1.
Are you going to use an armor, or do you have an armor?
Because it would already. I'm marking 1, so if I used an armor, would I mark none?
Yeah, you would mark none.
Yeah, I'll use an armor.
Okay.
I'll use an armor, but this attack still clearly gets to Malia.
Absolutely. So as she is restrained, the second chain wraps around her for 26 points of damage.
Yeah, that would be 3 if it were not for
her own chains
and another armor slot. So now it's only 1 point of HP.
Okay. And because you automatically fail that reaction roll, I'm assuming you don't want to roll that and risk getting more corruption. And so you are automatically restrained. What does the Sin Scar look like as she gains her 9th point of corruption? Bear in mind, she's wrapped in chains made of metal and lava. So
yeah, it's not unlike that. I imagine these chains are sort of wrapped around like her arms and her body. You all see what looks to be a burn from these chains go across her neck and around as if she's being strangled. That is what her scar looks like.
So as the searing flesh around her neck becomes aggravated by these chains, I will spend a fear to activate Relentless, and I get to take another action. He is going to use his Searing Edict with the Chains of Judgment, and he is going to swing the chains around. Ironically, because Antar was thrown and has not taken damage since, Antar is not going to be subjected to this. However, everyone else, as these chains, with Malia at the end of them, are swung around this entity. I need all 3 of you. Well, Malia automatically fails this, actually, because she's restrained. So Danny and Zach, the 2 of you need to make agility reaction rolls.
Does my evasion factor into this whatsoever, or is it just a reaction?
Reaction roll.
Really? Okay.
You do, Danny.
Sure.
strength, agility. 15 with hope.
Okay, so that's a failure.
Love for me.
20 crit. I rolled double nines.
Excellent. So you are going to be successful. So you will not be knocked prone. However, you are going to take half of this damage. So that is 42 points of damage. Cut in half for Yuri is 21. Ropo and Malia, you both take 42 points of damage.
Yeah, but remember, because it's still chained, you only take...
Well, you're going to
take
mark
one
one
less.
less hit point. But what is your
Yes.
threshold, Todd?
My threshold, I still have an armor slot, so take that.
Well, what is
it's
the
down to major damage.
What was your threshold?
It would have been severe damage if I hadn't used my armor slot.
Right, I'm asking
Same.
what your severe threshold
25.
is. Okay, 25. I thought it was lower. Sorry.
No, no, no.
Ironically, my severe threshold is 21 if I don't use the armor. So
Nice.
I'm taking so one lower, so I'm 1 armor and then 1 damage.
Mm-hmm.
Danny has a smile on his face. I'm guessing this is not going to go well for Ropo.
No, that's severe damage again. And since I've taken so much damage since
Well,
getting back
it gets knocked down to
It gets knocked down by one.
by one.
Oh, for me as well?
Yeah,
Yeah,
for
yeah,
everybody.
It's
Okay.
whenever it deals damage, yeah.
Oh, got it. Okay. Then I'm fine. I'm golden, everybody. Don't worry about it.
You have 1 hit point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm good. This ain't nothing.
You're
Where-
alive still.
Where is Malia at?
Malia still has 4.
Okay.
Malia healed herself last time.
Ah, very useful. Okay, so
She doesn't have that ability
the
anymore. 'cause we
spotlight
haven't
gets
long
passed
rested.
back to you as Malia is slammed into the wall. Oh, actually, Malia, technically separately, you also took a D8 of fire damage from the chains.
Okay. How much? How much?
10 total.
Okay, that's minor damage,
D8
so I
plus.
take 1. Yeah.
So the spotlight passes back to you.
I vote Antar because Antar's been on the ground this entire time.
Guys, he got flung.
Yeah, you've had 2
Flung
rounds.
your
Get up.
ass back up here. Let's go.
Okay, so obviously Antar is like, a bit knocked out, but he gets back up. He sees the insanity that just happened. And without a second thought, rushes in again, past his friends to get as close as possible and hit the thing again, but harder.
Okay.
And how is he gonna do that? Hold on. Okay. $20 with hope.
Success.
Okay.
I don't know what everybody's hope situation is currently at, but you guys might want to
Mhm.
consider using 3 to do tag teams if you have them.
I've only got 2.
Oof.
It was 3 split across, however, correct?
No, it's whoever is initiating
3.
the tag team spends the 3,
Okay.
and you declare
which-
you declare who you want to tag team with.
Which all 3 of you but me have 3 or
Yes.
more at the moment.
Yes. Cool.
No, I think Malia's down to 1.
Okay, it hasn't been updated yet.
Malia, what
No,
do
no,
we
no,
do?
no. This is
Oh,
hope. This is
on our-
not. Yeah, you
Got
can
hope,
use your
not the motes,
motes
yeah.
to gain hope.
Right.
True.
Yeah, you could. So you have enough to gain more.
Yeah, Ropo is currently sitting on 5 motes, so
I think you took one from me. Oh yeah, motes. Yes, I do have.
Antar, your successful strike looks like what? How much damage?
24.
Nice. It marks 1 hit point because its threshold is 25.
Oh.
Its first threshold is 25.
You know what? I'll take it.
You guys are
Um,
slowly dealing damage to it. Little bits at a time. Little bits at a time.
Explain what specifically a tag team does again, because we haven't
Yeah, I was gonna ask.
done it.
So you guys still have the spotlight, so someone else can take the action if you want. Whoever is taking the spotlight can initiate a tag team by spending 3 hope. You then tag one of the other players at the table, and you both get to take an action. You both roll whatever your normal action dice would be for your separate actions, but you both get to use whichever one of those die rolls you want.
Got it.
And your damage is added together.
Got it.
If you're dealing damage with your respective abilities.
Ropo, I'd like to tag team with you if you're down for that.
Okay, absolutely. We could do that.
I thought you
I've
only
got,
had one hope.
Ropo has. I have
But I
4.
will do it. I will.
Oh, gotcha.
If Yuri's going to ask me to help, I will.
If
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
initiating, I have got 4 hope, and I will
Sorry.
spend 3 of them.
Sorry, I thought you only had one.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, then
Nah,
go
nah.
ahead if you have the hope.
Yeah, so I'd like to tag team with Ropo for this.
Cool.
And you each, during tonight's session, can initiate one tag team.
Yeah. Cool.
And this is mine.
Like I say, Tot, think. If there's anything you can do in those chains, I'm thinking out here. So think.
So we're each taking an action, our individual actions.
You're each taking an individual action, and you're both rolling, and you get to decide whose roll you want to use.
Okay.
So with this thing getting staggered again, I'm gonna look at Ropo and just give that same gesture from previous fights, just like now.
Okay.
And I'm going to hurl the burning circular blade at this creature.
Okay. Danny, what are you doing?
I am. Oh God, what am I doing? I'm going to just. I think I'm just gonna go for an unarmed strike.
Okay.
Yeah, everything else. Yeah. Okay. So unarmed strike. It is a 21 with hope.
That's much better than my 14 with fear.
Okay. So 21 with hope. You both get to use that roll, so you both will gain a hope.
Excellent.
In response to that, you're both of your abilities succeed, so you both roll your damage, and then we add that together to compare to its thresholds.
Okay. Danny, go ahead and go first, because I have some potentially stupid things I can do here.
Okay. Because that won't do anything with that. I'm not going to spend that. I could do. Hold on, proficiency is covering my screen. It's blocking things. Okay. Yeah, let's go with this. Cool. All right, so that's going to be 18 damage.
Okay.
Yeah,
And Zach?
18 damage.
Okay. This is going to be damage in potentially 4 parts.
All right.
First is the magic damage from the blade.
Oh.
18.
Okay. So you guys are up to 36.
Part 2. Part 2 is the d6 for fire, the extra fire. That's plus 5.
Okay. So that's 41.
Part 3 is, I did this because it put Ropo within range for me to do sneak attack.
Yeah.
So add a number of d6s equal to my tier, which is 2.
7.
That's 5 more.
So I will remind you that you are level 5.
I am, aren't I? So then 1 more. Thank you. 6.
That's a good thing, because that does put you beyond its 45 severe threshold.
Excellent. I would like to, and it may not make a difference, but I'd like to do potentially the funniest thing that I could do here.
Sure.
I have upgraded my subclass as part of leveling up. One of these, not one of these, this upgrade is contacts everywhere. Once per session, you can briefly call upon a shady contact and choose one of the following things, one of which is the next time you deal damage, they snipe from the shadows, adding 2d8 to your damage roll. We came to this area looking for a contact of mine.
I would love for that to be applicable to this situation, but it's impossible for anyone else to be in this room.
they could not have gone through the aforementioned crack trying to figure out what that is, and then shot off a shot and run the hell away. Because that was my thinking here.
Not really. I'm sorry. It's just unfortunate.
That's okay.
The circumstance
That's okay.
kind of is impossible.
We've already gone above severe. That's fine. I had this, and I saw that, and I was so curious if Bourdain could like go through the crack and be like, oh hey, oh god, shoot a crossbow and run out of here.
I'll say we're already over severe, so it really won't matter. But I did mark the stress to do combo strikes and rolled +7. So
hey,
sorry, but
yeah. So what does this look like to you from you guys' perspective as you all cause it to mark 3 hit points?
So you were doing. Go ahead. What were you doing again with what was your action?
I was just doing like the throw of the blade, but I was letting you get into range first before I threw this thing at it because of the sneak attack element. So you describe, and I'm going to build off of that.
I'm imagining I start to run in all Naruto style, face first, going to take this thing out. As you throw your weapon, and I go in for the first hit, kind of going for like the lower body. As the elbow comes up and hits him in the middle torso for the second one. And he just kind of starts to flip up over himself, pulls him up with the elbow, hits him again in the chest, just getting these combo strikes in. This is where I'm imagining your weapon comes in and dings off whoever you see fit.
So just for the added tag team element, on that final one, I would love, if you're cool with it, for Ropo to literally grab the blade out of the air and just hard slam it into him up close so it bounces off and comes back.
As long as for flavor, that doesn't mess up my unarmed strike for anything, but cool. Yeah, absolutely.
Totally fine.
Yeah.
So as you all slam into this creature, this entity with your attacks, and it staggers backwards away from you a few feet, it like falls back to the ground, like catching with one arm on the ground to keep itself upright. And in response, I will spend a fear, and I will activate the tyrant. I will activate Violent Throws. And so it flails about in violence as you all do see portions of its inner form, the energy that makes up its inner form, kind of seeping out of its body. It flings itself around as it has become bloodied. And in flinging itself around in a state of violence, all of you, because you are now all within close enough range, all of you must make and actually, Tot, you're going to automatically fail this because you're restrained. All of you must make agility reaction rolls to attempt to dodge out of this array of violence.
Can I use one of my experiences like I did previously? I want to use I'm Your Shield to auto fail and put myself in front of Malia again.
But Malia is automatically failing this because she's wrapped up in the chains.
Can I do something such as putting my body onto the chain to keep it from getting pulled and thereby taking the damage myself harder? Like between Malia and the chain itself.
In this case, I'm going to say no, just because the context here is basically Malia's part of what is getting attacked, or is what you are being attacked with.
Understandable.
So this doesn't work in this case.
Totally fine.
But I'm sure Tot appreciates the effort.
All right, 18 with hope for me.
It's a success.
17 with hope.
That is a failure.
Awesome. Wait, no, sorry, I have to add agility, don't I?
You do add your agility.
19.
Okay, so you succeed.
21 with fear.
That is a success.
Hey, stop giving him that. What?
No, I don't get any fear from reaction rolls.
Oh, you're right. Never mind. I take back my scold.
Yep. Todd, I'm assuming you're going to just not roll since you automatically fail at this and you don't want to risk getting more corruption.
No.
Okay, and so those of you that succeeded, because I have the fear, I'm actually going to spend one, and I'm going to increase the amount of damage that I can do with this. So that will be 8d10. That is 53 points of damage.
What kind?
It's physical damage.
Okay, I didn't know. You mentioned like the openings. I didn't know if like the flaming stuff was coming out or not.
No, it's all physical. So 53 points of physical damage, though you succeeded, so that gets reduced by half for those of you that succeeded, for 26, because round down. But Tot.
Yeah, what's up? So that is above my severe damage threshold, but
By
it
double.
is still chained by double. It is by double.
But it's still -1 on the.
So
what does that mean for me?
So it would be 4 points of hit points coming at you.
And I only have 3 slots, so that is me. You guys see like Malia get like against the ground.
So you mark your last hit point?
Yeah.
All right. Then
Did those succeed? We're taking half, correct?
you were taking half, so
Well,
26.
Either way, then that's 2, and that's
again, it
my last
because of
2.
what Malia had, it does 1 less than what it's.
Whatever you would
supposed to do.
normally mark from that damage,
Yeah.
you reduce by 1.
I have
Yeah.
1 hit point, so it's
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So,
So both
So-
of you go down.
yep.
So Tot and Danny, the choice then falls to you for your potential death moves. Danny, there is no limitation to the number of times that you can attempt to
Perfect.
risk it all, just so you know.
Danny, you know the gambler's fallacy. Don't do this.
Yep. Nah, dude. What are you talking about?
Uh,
Robo don't
I'm
know
on
what that is.
I'm on a winning streak.
so, Varl, that is an interesting idea.
Oh.
Varl is
that is an
suggesting
interesting idea.
tag team Blaze of Glory.
Well, you've got one of us. already
Guys,
doing that.
let's think about
Yeah?
this.
It's
Yeah,
okay.
Malia?
Think about this.
Oh, God, they are thinking. about that.
Guys,
That's the
no,
problem.
don't think about this. Don't think. Actually, don't think about this.
Only
Are you
one
gonna
of you
make me-
technically needs to
was-
do it in order to qualify.
Are you gonna make me do it alone?
I had a tag team in mind, and if we got the chains, I don't know.
No.
Hang on, their decision.
I
Do it
know.
with me.
I know.
Fuck.
I'm going
You're
out
set?
one way or
You're
the other.
doing
I'm
it?
set. I'm doing it.
All right. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm
Love
here for
it.
that.
Love it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh shit! All right, Varl. Damn.
So Blaze of Glory is an automatic crit. I will say, because of this situation, Todd, I will allow you to be breaking free of the chains since you're dying anyway as this happens. So what is the action that the two of you are doing in
If you don't mind me
response to this?
flavoring the breaking the
Go
chains.
for it.
My
Go
initial
for it.
plan was to grab the chain and try and swing you into him and hoping to break you out of it.
Mm-hmm.
So I imagine as Ropo's going down, has this surge and feels the small body, feels the scale of Vaughn kind of overpower him as he grabs the rope or the chain, the chain, and starts to just swing it to put forward memento into you. Obviously, I think we had some eye contact first, not to just sacrifice your life without thinking about it. And I'm hoping in some degree you start to unravel as the chain is swinging around and Ropo's throwing you towards this avatar.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, go ahead and do your unarmed damage to
Okay.
add to this, Ropo. It's an automatic crit.
Cool.
So whatever you would normally roll, you maximize, and then you roll your dice.
So hold on. Let me get a calculator.
Do them combo strikes, man.
Bot, what are you doing as your Blaze of Glory?
So, what I'm doing is I have 2 favors left from my patron. I would like to mark a stress to imbue my weapon with my patron's fury.
Okay.
On a successful imbued weapon attack, I can spend any number of favor to gain an additional 1d6 damage bonus to my attack. I'm going to use both of my remaining favors for that.
Okay.
what I imagine happening is as Ropo swings me, the chains unravel and I spin in the air, and not unlike Ropo's aerial attack from before, you guys see Malia spin in the air, like settle, pull her arm back, and the glowing rings around her wrists get brighter as she hits it with the improved glowing rings. Like, just square in the face is what I'm imagining.
So you as well, take whatever you would normally roll for damage, including the bonus d6s.
Yeah.
Maximize those, and then roll your dice.
So that's 5d10 plus 5.
So that's 5d10 plus 55. Plus, well, no, you also have your 2d6, right?
So I included that in the d6, or do you want me to do those separately?
No. You said d6s, right? So it's 5d10 plus 2d6?
Oh, not d10. My bad. No, yeah. 3d10 plus the 2d6
Gotcha.
plus 5.
Okay, so 3d10 plus 2d6 plus 5 would be 47. So it's 3d10 plus 2d6 plus 47.
Cool.
Danny, what is your normal damage?
So normal damage would be 74.
Oh, you mean you already figured out the totals and you just rolled it and you got a total of 7?
That's without rolling. I have rolled. I will add that. If I would combo strike, would I get to add that to the base? No. Okay. So just add that. Okay. I want to make sure, because that would be an extra like 21, which would be great. Okay.
Yeah, so the problem with that is the combo strike is dependent upon the follow-up rolls.
Right.
And so...
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know if it'd be like, cool, you get the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and that's, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. So then...
Okay, my total is 63.
Okay.
Including everything.
This might be the most damage ever done in a Daggerheart game.
It might be. And Emily, I'm sorry, you had 3 hope? Do we spend your hope to do this, or do we spend my hope to do this?
No, we're dying.
Well, you do have to spend the hope for the
tag.
Yeah, you still have to spend the hope for the tag team.
Then it's yours, because I don't have that.
Yeah.
Then, so I spent my 3. Okay. Am I able to use 4 of my motes to grab 2 more hope here quick?
Sure.
Cool.
Ooh.
So that takes me down to 1 mote for those keeping track at home.
Dying, so.
Yeah. Then, this won't matter for damage, however. I wish it was 1,000. It's not far off. All right. So, damage-wise, that's 110 from Ropo.
Plus how much from Malia?
63.
So
63. So that's 173.
173 points of damage. Its severe threshold is 45.
Cool.
So
if this matters for anyone else, critical inspiration. So once to rest on a critical success on an attack, all allies within very close range will clear stress or gain a hope. So for anyone that would apply to.
So Antar and Yuri both will either clear a stress or gain a hope.
Yep. And then if this so what I spent for my hope along with that would be staggering strike. So on a successful attack I could spend 3 hope to stagger and stagger the target and force them to mark a stress, and then they have disadvantage on attack rolls. Will any of that matter?
Yeah, it's not going to matter in this particular.
Cool.
As the two of you channeling this righteous fury and wrath into this suffering attack, as you can feel the last bits of your own selves fueling this wrath, and you unleash this chaos into this form. For the both of you, you do not get to see the aftermath. The explosion of wrathful fury that erupts around this space is filled with a cacophony of screams from all of the things that this thing all of the creatures that this thing has slain before. The silence that Yuri had inflicted from the hush disappears because of the amount of damage that Yuri took. And the two of you, Malia and Ropo, are overwhelmed and succumb to the injuries that you suffered. Antar and Yuri, all you see is this righteous wrath from your two companions that slam into this avatar of the Scourge Tyrant. And as that blast of light fills the space, hot. Thing fades for Malia. Time becomes irrelevant. Physicality becomes irrelevant. In many ways, consciousness becomes irrelevant. You find yourself floating in a gray plane of existence that you could not possibly have comprehended before this moment. You look around and you see tiny twinkles of light. For Malia, these are irrelevant. For Aelin, these feel like stars. Only feel as though you could reach out and touch them. And your consciousness becomes aware that you are being watched. Throw your head to the side. You feel that physicality of the movement almost like an afterthought. You are able to twist and turn your form until you see a figure floating in the space, not too far distant. Hooded, no physical form beneath the hood. Familiar. You remember this entity from before, only this time when you perceive it, you see it with a clarity that you could not have had previously. Something about this space, something about this moment, something about you has changed enough that you understand that the things that you had been considering before, that this is the entity with which you have had your pact for so long, the entity that you thought must have been the Scourge Tyrant but wasn't. This is them. And they float there in this liminal space, guarding you. You hear a voice, clearer this time, and without the dominating pressure that would crush a mortal's mind in the material plane. You hear a voice that says to you, "Sorry."
What for?
This breaking of a soul that you are enduring. It is not the way that things should be. It is an unfortunate circumstance created by them that has brought us here.
Yes. Things haven't been the way they're supposed to be for a long time. I'm dead. Aren't I?
In a way, This is the space between. This is the domain of entropy. This is where all beings go before they pass on to the other realms of existence.
All of us, even the ones that don't know you, the ones that are still ignorant.
Yes. And their hand twists and turns as you see the elongated segments of their fingers so strangely long. And they point in a particular direction. You peer your gaze that way, and you see two forms, kind of overlapping with one another, but two forms. Ropo and Vanzaya, drifting away from you, headed towards a particular star.
Did we fail? Is everything we did, awakening and fighting, was it for nothing?
You have progressed farther than any before you, any others that have been awakened that yet still live. None has been so close to the discoveries that you and the others have made.
So my friends, Antar and Yuri, they can still do something.
Perhaps they can survive and escape from that place.
What we saw, there's the trophies. Are you like them, like the entities that the tyrant killed?
Such things. No easy answer. But from a mortal's perspective, even though here I can speak to you now fully, without crushing your mind, I dare say the closest comprehension would be that I have always existed, even before them.
Why didn't you tell me that it was you, that I made a pact with you? Why did you let me think that my power was in service of him?
It was necessary so as to not arouse suspicion. Entropy can only exist by those not able to see it for what it is. Should these beings that have laid claim to your realm perceive entropy, they would pose a risk to a far greater ray of existence across many, many realms. They would gain access to everything. And their arm kind of gestures to all of the stars.
Then
I
there was no
could
hope
not.
for me, was there?
Say that again.
Then there was no hope for me, was there? after I came to know you.
There was always hope. That is the only thing that has prevented these beings from truly dominating that realm. They cannot fully erase hope. They can only make people believe that there is no hope. That is why I have been awakening people as I can.
I understand. Is there anything I can do for my friends before I, well, go, I suppose?
You are unique for a mortal. And you are the only one with which I have given such favor as us. For you have a choice before you that your friend does not. A choice that perhaps you may decide to make on his behalf as well. And his hand clutches together, and you see Ropo and Vaughn slow. And with their other hand, they gesture to a different star. That door will return you to your realm from which you come. You can walk back through. But you should know, in doing so, you will never be able to re-enter the realm of entropy again. You will never move on to a greater plane of existence. Make that sacrifice. You choose that for your friend.
Can't I speak with him?
Yes, but then I will no longer be able to answer your questions. If they attempt to perceive me in this place, their soul will be scattered to infinity. So ask your questions of me now before you do this.
You mentioned that we have to escape. How can we get out? Where do we go? You said there are more like us. Where can we find them?
There are handfuls, other groups, sometimes pairs, sometimes more, but very, very few compared to the vast number of people alive in your realm. You will not easily find them. But should you do so, should you carve a path out of Morvain Crawl, should you escape the Scourge Tyrant, you should seek out them. And their hands drift out to the side, and you see visions swirling in mist surrounding them of creatures. Some humanoid, some not. One catches your attention more than the rest, as all of them seem to be roiling around lost. One is large, walks on all fours, seems to have black armored scales, not unlike the creatures that exist in the wildlands around Morvain Kroll. The things similar but not the same, the things that you have seen the hunting parties that leave Morvain Kroll return with as conquests and kills that are causes for celebration in the realm. A creature similar, only larger. And very notably, in its chest, there is a wound. An opening, a cavity so large that you can only understand that its heart has been ripped out. If you can save even one of them, you may be able to bring hope to a realm that does not know hope's existence.
I understand. Thank you for everything. I should talk to my friend.
Know that whatever choice you make, I understand. And I will never hold my favor, regardless of what choice you make. That is not the way things should be.
Thank you.
They slowly fade from existence. As they fade, you can still feel them within you, that bond that you have with them. And Ropo slowly drifts towards you. They're kind of drifting. Their eyes are glazed over, open but glazed over, not really perceiving what is around them.
I float over to Ropo and I take his shoulders and I give him a little shake. Ropo.
Comes out of it. Ropo, you can't really perceive as much detail as Malia can, but you can perceive Malia.
Hi, Malia. Are we dead?
Yes, but we're in the realm of my patron.
Oh, it's nice.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah.
Listen, my patron is... They're the one that woke us up.
Oh, how nice of them.
They're giving us a choice. I didn't want to make the choice for you.
Okay. Now what's the choice?
If we go that way, we can go back to where we were before. With our friends in Morvain Kroll, we can live and fight with them again. But if we die, there is no after for us. We don't get to move on if we go back. We will be trapped. There will be nothing.
I see. Well, I don't know about you, but for me, I think it's an easy choice, and we should go back. I spent a long time just kind of fighting to survive for no real reason other than just to do it. And I realized that surviving alone is kind of bad. But then I had you guys, and that felt really good. And even though I was angry a lot, I think I found a lot of peace when I'm with you. And even if we stay here together, I'm sure I'll still be okay. But I don't know if Yuri and Antar are ready to lose us yet. So I'm okay with helping them with their problems, if that means at the end I'm just kind of going to sleep forever. It sounds kind of nice after all of this. A nice nap sounds really good. But I don't know how you feel about it. I'm not big on the gods and the patrons and that stuff. And maybe this is Vaughn talking, but I'm more interested in you being happy with what you do than me being happy with what you do. So, that's my answer?
It's a good answer. You're a very good friend.
I think something you would never normally see, because biologically, I don't know if it makes any sense. But a tear rolls down Ropo's eye, and he's like, "You mean it?"
Yes, I mean it. Perhaps I've grown soft in death, but for so long I thought that I was bound to the tyrant, bound to anger in that place, and that was really all there was for me. But with all of you, even Antar, I suppose, Yuri's right. There's more out there than just anger, and it would feel selfish of me to stay here when there are so many people who don't know any better, who are still suffering, when it's my patron that brought us together. I don't think my role in this story is over just yet.
Well, that sounds like our answer then. So, ready to go back?
Ready as I'll ever be.
All right. Before we go, I have a question.
Yeah.
Since we're kind of already dead, we're about to be back, but I'll ask it anyway. Were you ever actually allergic to my mud pies, or did you just not like them? You can't lie to me, or you lie to me in death.
Wow, you cheeky little mushroom. Look, I'm sure the mud pies are good. I just couldn't do it. The texture, it was the texture. It really was the texture.
You could have said that. I don't know why you let me make so many and then just waste. I mean, I probably gained a lot of weight eating yours because you wouldn't eat them. I could just not make them.
Well, clearly you enjoy them so much and I didn't want to hurt your feelings.
Well, yeah, well, it's fine. Not everyone likes everything. I don't like half the things Antar eats. They look disgusting.
That's because it's all the protein.
Yeah, there's like no flavor. That's fine. That's okay. I just wish you would have told me. If you were going to be a friend now, you could tell me the truth now and stop lying to me.
My apologies. I will endeavor to be more honest with you in the future.
Thank you. I think to whatever capacity we can, Ropo would go to hug you around the legs. Just a tight squeeze and hold you close for a second.
Yeah. I mean, I would even endeavor to say that Malia will hold your hand as we travel through this space and go through this proverbial door.
As you take each other's hands and drift towards the star that Malia knows the entity had told her where to go, you aren't sure how much time passes for you. Again, the realm of entropy, time is irrelevant. But the star gets brighter and larger until it eventually consumes all of your vision. As the brightness fades, let us come back to the realm where our other friends remain. Antar, Yuri, your two friends, having just committed this horrific act of violence upon this avatar of wrath, lay motionless on the ground. The creature that you have been fighting also lays motionless on the ground. Lava starts slowly emerging up out of its chest from the wounds that have been inflicted by your companions, almost oozing until it is covering, an attempt to cover the entity, to slowly consume it, you think? But all you can really focus on in this moment is your two friends unmoving in the area around it.
I think Yuri is hard locked onto the two of them, not moving. Yuri is not moving, not reacting, waiting for one of them or both of them to get back up. Because the concept otherwise hasn't quite hit him yet. So he's just standing with Antar, just staring at these two, waiting.
I think for Antar, it's like an almost painful silence that washes over him, where he's almost kind of waiting for something, and it's then that he recalls, like, there are certain things that in order to be a good gladiator you have to do, and one of them is to stay down if you want to lose, and the other is to never let go of your weapon. And in that moment, the only sound that he can hear is his broadsword hitting the ground and his feet rushing. Suddenly, he realizes he's sprinted at full capacity towards Malia, and he's just waiting for anything, something.
You wait. Sorry, Zach, did you have something?
No, but slowly, step by step, Yuri will advance to get closer and closer. Not the rush, because again, it just hasn't hit yet.
As you wait, trying to think about this, rationalize it, unable to process what you're seeing, what you're feeling, Annie, for both of you, really. Annie and Tot. You don't breathe in when your eyes open. They just simply open. You sit up, or however you want to in your reaction. You awaken in this space. You can both add the reanimated transformation to your characters. You do, as relatively simultaneously, your eyes flutter open and you come back to consciousness without breath.
Where is Antar at this point?
I think he's like right beside her.
Malia's eyes flicker open. There isn't that sharp intake of breath, but there's this blinking, coming back into herself. She doesn't sit up quite yet, but she glances to the side and sees Antar there, and like a small smile spreads on her lips, and she just says, "Got it."
And I think in that moment, Antar would kind of inadvertently laugh as he's trying to hold back something. And just can't help himself as he tries to envelop her in his arms.
She lets this happen. She wraps her arms around you in turn and sort of like digs her fingertips into their back. And I think she presses her face to his shoulder, and her eyes are still visible behind. And there's just this sort of knowing blankness that you can't see, but if Yuri were to look over, would see that.
Antar, despite the gravity of things and the processing of everything that Antar probably cannot do in great detail in this moment, some part of his conscious or subconscious would feel that Leah's body temperature is dropping. Maybe that realization doesn't sink in fully yet. But Danny, how does Ropo's return commence?
I think Ropo sits up and is still kind of acknowledging how much of that was just some dream and how much actually took place. As he looks up and sees Malia and Antar embrace each other and kind of looks back around the room, and I feel like there's this moment of clarity as he kind of starts to fade back into existence and looks over at Yuri, who is probably still like staggered in awe of what's happening. He just kind of looks over at him and is like, "Hi. Did we miss anything?"
The very next thing that happens, because I have rather high agility, is Ropo is lifted off of the ground by Yuri. You idiot toadstool, don't you ever do that again.
I'm sorry. I didn't want to die, but I just had to save that he was going to hurt and he was going to explode again, and he hit me so many times that I didn't want to die again.
You did good, kid. You did really good.
Thanks. I tried. I think I need armor after this, though.
You do. We're going to find you some very good armor. His is full of holes. We'll find you better armor.
Yeah, we messed him up. Stupid. I think in the most trying to be brave way he can, he goes for this little like spit on the armor. That's just like, yeah. I'm tired.
I imagine so.
You go home?
No.
I was afraid not. Okay.
No, we're not going home. We're going somewhere better.
Oh. Okay. Where's that?
Anywhere but here.
Oh, it works for me.
As
I might have
Look
some
to
idea
Malia
about
and
that.
Antar at this.
I might have some idea about that. And I don't know if you want that to be the line mic drop.
Well,
Mika.
I was going to say, as you say that, you cannot help, all of you, but hear the sound of metal scraping coming from the crack in the wall from which you emerged. And you turn and look, and you see a Clank's hand kind of clutching the edge of it, and a Clank's face emerge, and looking out at the lot of you, a face, Yuri, that you recognize. And that's where we're going to conclude tonight's session.
You took your damn time.
I got my sniper, sir.